That makes me very happy. Whenever I can make something alkaline version and have it not even be noticeable. Wow, look how great it looks now. That is Carmelin, that's for sure. Welcome. We're making caramel. And I know I made caramel already for the flan and also for the caramel brownies, but this is going to be different and better. So let's get started. These are going to be for Snickers brownie. Alkaline vegan Snickers brownie, of course. Yes, this is alkaline caramel, vegan caramel. I'm going to start out with a half cup of oil. Hello, welcome if you're just tuning in. Thank you for the thumbs up, you rock. So we're starting out with a half cup of oil. I used grapeseed oil, but honestly I would have used avocado oil, but I ran out. So grapeseed will be fine, but this is instead of butter. So I usually use avocado oil as a butter replacement. Okay, the reason I did oil first, so that the agave doesn't stick to my measuring cup like crazy. Now we're gonna add a cup of agave. Not quite, but I have more, so it's okay. Once I get it boiling away, okay, there's 1 cup. Nice and sweet. And the next one is coconut milk. So this is the coconut milk. There's a link in the description. I usually get the big, huge cartons of it, but this is a smaller one. This is a little bit more than a cup, so I'm gonna measure it. I would probably just pour the whole thing in, but since we're doing this on video, might as well be exact so that the people watching can get the exact result. All right, so here's 1 cup of coconut milk, and I'm gonna start it up. I'm gonna turn it down on a low heat, start cooking this. And I am also going to put some more, but I'm gonna start heating it up first. So that's not the end. Got my new spatulas. Now, I don't know if this oil is gonna give us a hard time since it's not butter. I was thinking about adding some last time to the last caramel, but the last one in the caramel brownies I made, the caramel was a little bit too thin and it swamped the brownie. They were still delicious, but I would have made it a little thicker next time, this time. But these are gonna be different brownies. This is not the entire brownie recipe, but you can find the brownie recipe. Okay, I'm gonna let this heat up. But here are the brownies I made, actually. They're sitting right here. There's a bunch of ingredients in the way. These are the brownies that I'm gonna be making that are gonna be the Snickers brownie. They're just like the first brownie recipe I made, but no walnuts in them. So these ones, obviously I haven't eaten them, but they're almost exactly the same, just with no walnuts. So this caramel is going to be going on top of these brownies, but this is just the caramel recipe at this point. I made marshmallow yesterday, if you didn't see that. That marshmallow is also going to be used in the Snickers brownies. All right, so this is going to take some time to heat up. I'm going to mix some agar and I'm going to add some vanilla as well once this heats up. This is the marshmallow I made yesterday. I put it in an old applesauce jar just to recycle. But as you can see, it's totally marshmallowy. Doesn't come out if you hold it upside down. Nothing. Not even close. I was really happy with this. I am really happy with it. And look at that, I've got an entire jar of marshmallow fluff now. That turned out great. Check that recipe out. And I'm going to be using that for the brownies like I mentioned. And I'm going to turn this up a little bit. Since we're not melting sugar, should be okay. Sugar is a lot more unstable, but we're not using sugar, we're using agave. So we shouldn't have any real problems with this. Oh, there we go. I see some bubbles along the edge. Turn a light on too. Oh, there we go. Wow. And I did put some powerful ingredients in those brownies, so they're very energizing. All right, here we go. Starting to bubble now. Finally. Now I gotta make sure this does not burn. You don't want any burnt bits. So you want to get the corners, because sometimes they have a tendency to burn in the corner of the pot, but as long as you have a little edge on your spatula, you can get right in there, no problem. Ooh yeah, here we go, boiling away. Now it's starting to smell interesting. I'm going to add a couple key ingredients here. And then we're just gonna boil this down until it's the thickness that we want it. Just wanna make sure it does not burn. I'm going to mix a little bit of water in with some agar. This is the agar brand that I use. It's seaweed extract and it's a gelatin replacement. I used it in the marshmallow yesterday, so I'm not going to use as much today. I'm only going to use, and I should keep stirring this. So I would have mixed this agar already. I was going to put the agar directly in, but then I don't want it making any little clumps. So I'm going to put the agar with some water first and then add it in. Just want to keep stirring that so that it does not burn on the bottom. Okay, this time I'm just using 1 teaspoon of agar. Okay, so about a heaping teaspoon. All right. And I'm just going to add a little bit of water, probably just 1/8 of a cup. There's 1/4 of a cup. I'm probably just going to add a little splash of water, like maybe 1/8 of a cup, so that I can absorb that powder. But first, I'm going to stir this. Ooh, it's looking good, isn't it? What do you think? Comment below and let me know if you've ever had alkaline or vegan caramel before. Alright, so I just got a little bit of water. So here's the agar and water. Just want to, okay. I'm just gonna let that sit for a minute. Make sure this is not burning. And if you haven't already, give me a thumbs up. I appreciate it. Ooh, it's thickening. So I'm going to add the vanilla to this gelatin. I'm just gonna add 1 teaspoon. Alright. Alright, so I've got my agar and vanilla. I might want to use more agar than that, actually, to really thicken this up well. Ooh. Last time it was, I made caramel brownies, which they were very, very good. But I wanted the caramel to be thicker. So I'm going to make sure it's thick enough this time. And I'm going to add another teaspoon of agar, just to make sure that it's... Now agar really doesn't have a flavor, but... Okay, so that was 2 teaspoons total, and 1/8 cup of water. Alright, that looks better. This is what I was going for. See that? That's more of a gel here. You could use sea moss gel, but it might taste too strong. I thought this agar smelled a little bit like sea moss gel. It's almost the same thing. The agar is a seaweed extract, but oops, I bumped the camera. Pardon me. I'm going to add this right now. All right. Wow, I thickened that up right away. You have no idea how many caramel recipes I've watched in the last couple months. It's very interesting what other people are using for caramel, and very unhealthy and a little bit disgusting, but we're using the healthiest things that we can. and should be the same result as far as taste, but much better result as far as health. Now we've got that, we've got that vanilla in there, and the caramelizing agave together makes such a good scent. And thank you for whoever gave me the thumbs up. I appreciate it. That helps YouTube know that it's a decent video. Otherwise, they don't know and they won't share it with anyone. So I appreciate any comments and any thumbs ups. Shares are also good too. Any help to spread the word on the channel I appreciate, because I actually have over 200 videos. Did you know that? I've got over 200 videos now, and then I'm going to pour it on these brownies. But if you don't, you can pour it on wax paper or in a jar, and you could use it. You could probably dip apples in it. You could probably pour this on spread it on cookies. I'm sure you could chop it into little caramel cubes. That's what the consistency that it should be. Should be nice and thick, but also still chewy and not too brittle or wet. Right in the middle. It should be like a nice ½ inch on the top of the brownies. Wow, look how great it looks now. That is Alkaline, that's for sure. Smells really good. It's been about 30 minutes total. It just got super glossy, and see how slow the bubbles are coming? I think it's time to go for it. I'm gonna turn it off and just let it cool for a minute before I pour it on, with the burner turned off so that it's not boiling it to the bottom. Yeah, okay, this is great. It's exactly what I'm looking for. Absolutely. All right, I think this is ready. Let's pour this on here and see how it goes. If you're just tuning in, here's my caramel. Wow! Very happy. Very happy with how it turned out. I had to be patient and let it go longer and longer. Let me get the right hand here. Okay. And I'm just gonna dump it on. There might be some that go down the crack. Oh well. Yeah, that's better than last time. Excellent. It might end up going down the edges a little bit because the brownies pulled away from the edge when they cool. And I've had the brownies sitting all night. So I did not cool them in the fridge, I just sat them out all night. But now I'm gonna get all of it I can out of here. And then I'm gonna stick these in the fridge so that it can set. All right, I'm gonna stick this in the fridge and then I'm gonna lick this off like an 8. Oh, here we go. Actually, I can just let it cool for a minute here. All right, I'm gonna try this right now just so that you can see my reaction. Subtly vanilla, subtly caramel. Well, this is great. I'm happy with how it turned out. I've got to stick this in the fridge. See you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for the thumbs up, by the way. I saw someone else gave one. I appreciate it. And if you want to completely go alkaline, I have a transformation program. There's a link in the description to get a hold of me, and I can have a free consultation call with you. Thank you again for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Have an amazing day on purpose. Peace.